Go for it.
Cool, right, so in this Expo demo we are going to look at the bunker shot. So obviously the bunker shot is, you'll be playing out of obviously the bunkers around the golf course. In this explanation we're going to look at a greenside bunker. This type of shot, obviously you've got greenside bunkers, you've got fairway bunkers. The clubs you typically use for this are your high lofted wedges. So that could be anything from a 56 all up to a 60. Just for this demonstration we're going to a short flag here, so we're going to use a 60-degree wedge. The ball flight characteristics of this shot, so again this one we're doing is a nice short little bunker shot. We want to start it on line, so it's going to start going straight towards the flag. Height wise it's typically going to go quite high with little to no curvature. It can curve a little bit, but it's not really going to curve too much just because of how short it is. And it's going to spin quite a lot, so as it hits the ground it's typically either going to roll out a little bit, or it might just stop, or it could even spin back depending on how you hit the shot. So we're first going to look at the club face aim of this shot. So yeah, in this bunker shot we're doing, we're going to have the club face pointing out towards the right of our target. The reason we do this is, firstly, it impacts the club face angle. So if we've got that club face nice and open at the start, it will allow us to keep that club face open at impact, and again helps to get it going nice and high. The second thing it's going to influence is the dynamic loft, which is obviously the loft that's presenting to the ball at impact. So having that club face pointing out to the right, it just can help us to keep that angle nice and open at impact, and obviously increase the dynamic loft and go higher. And the last thing is the setness of strike. So we want to get that ball aimed at the middle of the club face, but in a bunker the sand does get between the ball and the club face, so it's not as much of an impact as it would be for another shot. Now we've looked at that, we're going to look at the grip. So now we've got our club face pointing out towards the right, we're then going to take our grip. So the grip's going to be the V between our first finger and our thumb on both hands. It's going to be pointing towards our right shoulder. That just gives you a nice neutral grip. Again, very similar to aim, this is going to influence the club face angle at impact. So again, helping it to go nice and high, and then also a dynamic loft. So again, now we've gripped it with the club face open, it's just going to help us to get that club face staying open at impact and going nice and high towards target. And then the last thing for grip is club head speed. So if we grip down the grip, it's going to reduce club head speed, and if we grip up it, it's going to increase club head speed. So in a bunker, we just want to keep it nice and neutral. I mean, if anything, if you struggle to keep that club head speed up, we can grip a bit higher up. Now we've looked at those two things, we are going to look at ball position. So in a bunker, we want our ball position nice and forward in our stance. The reasons for this is, the first one is angle of approach. So if we've got our ball further forward in our stance, it's going to help us to shallow out that angle of approach and stop us from getting too steep, which will help to get the ball high up in the air. The second thing is dynamic loft. So again, like the others, if that ball's further forward, on the angle at impact, it's going to just, on the way through it, so that club face is more open than it is if it's further back. So having it forward is going to make that dynamic loft higher, and again make it go higher. And then the third thing is the setness of strike. So typically if the ball's too far back, you're going to hit out the heel, and too far forward you're going to hit it out the toe. So we just want to make sure the ball's in the right position here, so that we can hit out the middle of the club face, so obviously not too far forward or away from you. Now we're going to look at the body alignment. As we've got the club face open to the target, we want our body alignment out towards the left. The ball does start closer towards the club face than it does the feet, so wherever we've got the club face open to the target, we want our body slightly further left of the target, just to help it go straighter towards the flag. This is going to influence only the club swing path. So like we said, the ball goes close to the club face in the swing path, so obviously that's why we're aiming a bit further left than we are to right with the club face. Lastly, we're going to look at the posture and stance. So in a bunker shot, now we've got club face open, body aiming out left, nice neutral grip, ball further forward in our stance. We're going to get into a nice athletic posture here. and then we're also going to put weight sort of 60-40 on the left side. Reason for this is getting that weight on the left side gets our sternum over the ball. That influences our angle approach, so if we're too far back, we're just going to be coming too far up on it. If we're too far forward, it's just going to be too steep. So just getting that sternum nice over the ball allows us to get that correct angle approach. Second thing is the club head speed. So having a nice athletic posture compared to a slouched or too extended posture just helps us to get that club head speed going nice and quick. And then the last thing is setting us a strike. So again, if we are too hunched over or too far away, it makes it a little bit hard to hit the centre of the club face. So just making sure our posture is nice and neutral just helps us to get a setting us a strike basically. Now we've got all of the impact factors in place and then the setup all correct, we can now look at the swing. So in a bunker shot, because we need to create some speed as we're increasing the dynamic loft and hitting it higher and getting more spin on the ball, we want more of a fuller swing, but we just need to make sure that it's accelerated through as we hit it. Just allows us to hit a nice higher shot with loads of spin. So this is going to affect obviously club head speed, so making sure we stay nice and quick through the ball. We also want to make sure that we don't get our wrist cocking too much or flicking through the ball too much. Obviously it's going to affect the angle approach too much otherwise. So club head speed at angle approach, and the swing should look something like this.